Well, thanks for joining us on a Tuesday that feels like a Monday for all intents and purposes today. Everything was shut down yesterday as far as the markets. Let's take a look at what the markets are doing here this morning with our quotes provided by Bar Chart, and we'll take a look first at our corn market. Here we go. On the big corn board here this morning, it looks like we're now turning lower across the board. We did have some strength earlier. We were about 2 cents higher. Things starting to fade now. And you have March corn currently a penny and a half lower. We're at 6.76 1/4. Well, that's only a tick from our low of the day now. Look how far it's fallen off its earlier high, about 7 cents now. And December, the new crop month, is down a penny at 5.94 3/4. Okay, switching over to the soybeans, they had some big gains overnight. They're kind of cooling off a little bit. March beans now 8 3/4 higher. We're at 15.36. And there again, just a couple of ticks off of our low of the morning trade so far, off of our overnight high by 11 cents. Kind of a caution flag there. July now up by 9.5 cents on the day. It's at 15.24. As far as new crop November soybeans go, they are 7 1/4 higher at 13.93.5 right now. Then you get to that wheat market, and we'll start in Chicago. And in Chicago wheat, we are currently trading 7 1/4 lower at 7.58 1/4. Look at how far it has fallen from the overnight trade. About 15 cents we've given up, and now we're just a penny and a half from our low of the day. July wheat now down 6.5 cents on the day so far. Now to Kansas City. March unchanged at 9.06 1/2. We had some fairly stout gains going earlier, and now they have all evaporated. We're about 9 cents off of our overnight high. July new crop is a penny and a half lower. Spring wheat trade, Minneapolis, March up 3/4 at 9.31, and July up 1/4 cent. Want to check out what's going on in cotton this morning? Had some huge gains overnight. They were over 300 points higher, and now you have the March up 166 at 81.91. So it has given back about 160 points from its earlier overnight high. December new crop still up 163 points. Ben Hushen is with us now. He's with the mill in Whitehall, Maryland. And Ben, I always look forward to your updates to see what's going on in that part of the country. Last time we spoke, I think you got quite a bit of rain ever since then, right?
Good morning, Marlon. Yes, we have. If you remember this time last week, I told you the state of Maryland was turning farmers loose to apply commercial fertilizer on their small grain the day after. That was a Wednesday. And we have not had but about a half a day since then. It was fit to be in the field. We continue to be unseasonably warm. No frost in the ground anywhere in in Maryland that I can find. And you have to go pretty far up in Pennsylvania to find any frost. So continued unseasonably warm, but not really fit yet to get into the fields. And a lot of wind today, but more rain coming, it looks like.
Ben, how would you compare this late winter to what you had a year ago at this time?
You know, the memory test is always a challenge, or seems to be at times. and all of agriculture, we tend to compare everything to last year. Well, I'm behind. But I've actually had a couple growers this week tell me, it's all right. They turned us loose, but a little bit early. But really, I didn't start top dressing wheat until March 2nd or 5th or, whatever the date is. But I know we've been sharing with folks, use this time to dial in that equipment. We were stopped in and checked on the Orwick farm this week, last week actually, and they were can testing a fertilizer spreader. And everybody's moved to technology and precision agriculture, and sometimes we forget the very basics. The computer can be turning it off and on, but does it even spread the right pattern or spray the right pattern? So we've seen some folks fine-tuning their sprayers and spreaders here this past week. So clearly ready to grow. Ground temperature, we don't talk about that for wheat very much, but ground temperature is about 43 degrees. So that means the roots have come back to life and are ready to take in some nutrients and moisture.
Well, signs of spring. Everybody looks forward to that there, Ben. And appreciate the video that you sent, too. That's very intriguing and something that no one should overlook when it comes to getting all prepped up here for the spring field work. Thanks, and our best to everybody there, Ben, as we get closer and closer to planting season. Ben Hushton of the Mill, he's in Whitehall, Maryland. We'll come back in a moment. I'll get you updated on our livestock open today.